So I've been drinking one of my favorite import sodas that you can only get from Scotland called Iron Brew.
You
And it's
you
in
and,
it.
you and Azzy were talking about that last night.
Yeah, and it's in one of those tall plastic bottles that has a screw-on cap.
Okay.
And this is the first time I've ever seen this done. But the Iron Brew bottles are set up so that even once you unscrew the cap, the cap doesn't come off.
Oh, so like it's like still attached, and you
Yeah,
just, like,
so it's got
kinda
two
like a
little. It's got
canteen.
two. Yeah, it's got two little connectors to the back of the plastic ring around the base. So you can break the seal and everything, but then once you've broken the seal, it pops up, and you can just reattach it. And when you go to screw it on, it screws around the entire ring at the base.
that is such good design. I love that. The way
Yeah,
there's
unless
no-
you don't like having a bottle top snarf in your nose.
Good point. Good point. I don't know. I like the idea that the cap can't like escape. Like it can't go out into the wild and go.
Yeah.
It's always attached to that bottle.
Yeah, I think that's why they did it, so like people can't litter and shit.
Yeah, which is helpful.
Mm-hmm. Howdy Jam, howdy Unlucky GM, howdy Goober Smoobert, howdy Chaz, howdy Senri, howdy literally everybody who's already here.
Yeah.
I may sound a little out of it. Riley was an evil, hellish bastard last night and didn't let me sleep past 3 a.m.
Oh, did he do that again?
He did that last night, yeah. I was up at 3. I was doing PNG, or not PNG, I was doing some more stamp designs for Lupus, and then I was so punch drunk by 7 a.m. that I just kind of collapsed in bed and woke up at noon just being like, well, there went my day, god damn it.
Yeah, no, that's a mood.
And then Riley looked up at me like I was the asshole, and I squeezed him a little extra hard. You know, I loved on him a little too tight.
I'm just
Not like streamer tight, but like, you know.
Yeah, you know, I always love how Riley is the type of cat that just like accepts that, like he's like
I
a big
don't.
dog, like will
yeah.
enjoy a little bit of rough housing.
Hey,
Also,
thanks for the sub,
Drader, thanks for the resub. Almost 2 whole years. Jesus. It's
Every
crazy.
time you have that same canned reaction, and every time it makes me wonder how genuine you are.
I'm literally genuine about it. It's still fucking amazing me that there are people that support us
like-
for that fucking long. It's
Yeah, but
insane to
it's
me.
it's one of those moments where it's like, holy fuck. Time passed.
Years. Every
Yeah.
time I'm reminded we've been doing this for 2 years, I'm like, nah, that can't be right.
My favorite part is when it's like, wow, how far have we come? Oh, and then we kind of look back at how much shit we've done, and it's like, it feels like, wait, shit, shouldn't we have had this from the moment one? Fuck, like, we...
Right? Like, I will
Like-
go back and like just because I'm curious, I sometimes go back and check metrics on some of like the early stuff. There's some of the early VODs that still are in the single digits in views,
Yeah.
which is amazing to me.
It's wild.
Like, thing is,
I've seen people like blow up overnight, and then I've seen people like give up because they wouldn't go anywhere, and we're like, we keep going, but like it's interesting because the way we're going isn't the way you would expect normally.
yeah, it's a slow, gradual climb, but also it's fun. It's just fun to
Also,
do.
thanks for the sub hot. Thanks for the sub hot for 22 fucking months.
Yeah. Other fucking awesome. Also, I'm gonna, Ice, should I give a tiny little bite-sized preview of the new emotes? Just a tiny little.
We've got BFG 2.0 ready to debut this Saturday.
Yup. Say the one thing that I'm not gonna have time to do.
We've been drip feeding it, like we've drip fed you guys like the new stream starting screen.
Yeah. Say the thing that I'm not gonna be able to do, which I'll figure out sometime to do it during March, is new social media banners. Those are gonna have the default PNG tubers we have right now for a while. But here's a little preview of what we got in store. We have.
Why don't you
seven.
do you want to do a tease of just the icons, or do you want to tease anything else?
I was just gonna do one of the emotes. Which one do you think I should do?
The most iconic looking one you can think of.
I mean, that's literally the logo.
No, that's an icon.
Oh.
Let's do the one of you dancing. The dancing
the dancey
Bandicoot
one?
is
Okay.
so fucking adorable, and it was also the most in-depth. Yeah, there he is. Look at him go.
So
Look at him go.
So
He's
this will
having
be.
the time of his life.
So this is gonna be one of 7 new emotes that we're gonna be debuting on Saturday. They'll be
Why
available
don't you,
to.
can you blow him up some? Because I want people to be able to see like the actual detail on the sprites. It's super good. There he goes.
Yeah, it's
like,
probably a
that is
little
incredibly-
blurry, but
No, it's perfect. But like that's some insanely high quality sprite work.
yeah.
And this was done by our new friend.
Goes by the name of Glitchy Van.
Glitchy Van. And
I'll
what
type it
Glitchy,
in chat.
Yeah.
And go on with what you were gonna say.
So he does some fantastic sprite work. He's also available for commission. You can find him on Twitter.
Yep.
And amazingly fun guy to work with. Super fast.
Yeah.
Like he
we
makes this shit would take me days to do. He banged that thing out in a couple hours, and
Yeah.
it was effortless.
It was like, hey, we had another idea for something. Okay, here we go. And then just does it. Like, it, master of the pixel craft.
Yep.
Say, I remember I fucked around with pixel art like several years ago at this point, and it took so long to figure out how to translate into like pixel form. Like I essentially I drew my Sona.
I think we got the same. Do we? Yeah, we actually had the exact same amount of. I just realized we had the exact same amount between you and I. We have 3
Yep.
each, and then we have the BFG logo spinning.
I was wanting to make sure of that we get,
Oh.
3 and 3. Say, I remember the pixel art I did though was I did myself first in the style of Earthbound because that's a very simple style and that helped me learn to make some. And I did in the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl stuff, the like player sprite. Drew myself in that style, and then of course the thing I was building up to was redrawing Neku's idol sprite as myself. I had to do that. But yeah, expect those 7 new emotes this Saturday. And as someone did say in the chat, Glitchy did already post all 7 of them on his social media.
So if you want to
see him there,
go there.
yeah, go check out his other stuff too. He is great. All right, so we got a lot of people here. Typical Ace Attorney crowd.
I have a feeling we're gonna get even more people when we start doing fucking Smash. How many fucking Pokemon are we gonna have to get through?
1,025. We don't have to do all of them. We might stop at like a certain generation depending on how much time we have. But we will see. We will see.
I had no idea you did sprite art, Neymar. Holy shit. Neymar said they used to do sprite artwork for the Boo Mansion trading card game.
Oh shit. Yeah, dude. Send me some of that shit if you still have it. I would love to see that.
Yeah, we're doing Smash or Pass after this.
Yeah, we're doing
Because-
Pokemon Smash or Pass because we needed something to fill
Yeah,
time. And
the 2 horny guys are gonna be able to do Smash or Pass on stream.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this: people are shocked over the things I will smash. So I thought, why not just shame myself live on stream for everyone's amusement?
Oh, yeah, right. It's just gonna be you. Got it. And also, T-minus 4 hours until Wilds.
Oh, that's right. God, I have work tomorrow. Can I get away with calling? No, I cannot get away with calling off. Nope. Got too much to do tomorrow. Grumble, grumble.
Oh no. What a
Professional
shame that you got
cupcake
sick.
fucker Daniel Bandicoot. It's not just me. Slug also wants to fuck a cupcake.
The Slug mostly wants to fuck the cupcake. Like,
Yeah,
Slug actually wants... Well, the Slug actually wants to bend over and clap his cheeks around that thing's frosting.
If you fuck a cupcake and you pop its cherry, is that like a literal thing or
Dandy.
what?
Dandy.
There's cupcakes that have cherry filling.
Ugh. Gross.
You've never heard, dude. Fruit-filled cupcakes are amazing.
I love fucking fruit filling and stuff, but like cakes, I don't like. I usually do apathy cake.
It depends on the cake. Like if it's like a short cake, like a dense cake. If it's if it's not dense enough, then it like just turns into mush. But like you get a cupcake that's like nice and firm.
It's the frosting. It's the frosting I don't like. Like I prefer apathy cake.
I'll take all the frosting. Don't you worry.
For those of you who don't know, apathy cake is you make a cake and then before you get to the point where you'd frost it, you're so apathetic about the results of the cake that you don't bother frosting and just eat the cake.
Hey, there's some cakes that don't need frosting and you just devour that shit.
Yeah, it's like cheesecake.
Oh god, cheesecake. Now wait. When you're talking cheesecake, are you talking like
my cheesecake, fucking New York style?
Okay,
the stuff
so
I make.
Is it like the stuff that's more like a pie or more like a cake?
It's a cheesecake.
There's two types of cheesecakes.
Do you need me? Okay.
So there's one that's more like a pie.
Graham cracker crust base mixed with sugar and butter. Pat down firmly inside your ring mold. Then you make up your mixture of fucking cream or eggs, fucking cream cheese, and sour cream, and a dash of vanilla. Mix thoroughly. Taste to make sure you did it right. Pour into mold. Place in a bain-marie. Bake low and slow. Once it's finished, crack the oven so the top of it won't split. It should be lightly jiggly and then it will set the rest of the way. Make sure, and I mean make goddamn sure, that you don't perform any intense acrobatics around while you're working on it.
So
that way the top of it will not split and it will be 100% milky colored and perfect.
So what
Top
I'm
with
hearing,
your favorite fruit.
So what I'm hearing is not the pie-like one.
What?
Because there's like the type of cheesecake that it's literally like it seems more like a pie than a cake. But then,
you mean the ones you mean no bake cheesecake?
Yeah. Like that's the type that I always have.
No, that's not a cheesecake.
Yeah.
You're gonna fire me up, man. You're gonna get some goddamn Jon Stewart talking about deep dish pizza level rage out of me if you keep this up.
That is one of my favorite rants ever recorded on the internet.
I fucking hate no bake cheesecakes. They are absolute goddamn garbage.
Oh boy.
It's like eating soup. And the worst thing is it usually tastes sour as fuck because someone fucked something up. So you're sitting there trying to pretend that you actually like this goddamn amalgamation running down the inside of your shirt because it's been properly fucking cooked and it's like, it's a no bake cheesecake. It's got fucking gelatin in it. All it is Jell-O with extra steps. You went through a bunch of extra steps just to eat fucking Jell-O and a pie crust. You know what I would have wanted to do in that case? I would have eaten a fucking pudding pie. Fucking cheesecake is supposed to be something that you bake, and on top of that, something that if you eat too much of it, you break your fucking legs. Anyways.
Show me on the doll where the cheesecake touched you.
No, you want to know where it touched me? One year, fucking, I'm gonna go pump this
There's
rant
a
up a little
story.
bit. One year, when I was a little fucking kid, my mom was trying to make a cheesecake for Christmas, and every year she would take and she would put it in the downstairs fridge. You would have to go down a bunch of stairs. One year, she fucked up, and we just heard, "Whoa!" And then my dad and I go to the top of the stairs and look down, and we see that fat bitch sitting on the goddamn concrete floor of the cellar eating cheesecake off the fucking floor. And that was the year that not only did we, that was the year that she ruined the Christmas cheesecake because she dropped it on the fucking floor and she just sat there eating it with her bare fucking hands at the base of the stairwell off the dirty cellar floor.
Was she trying to eat the evidence?
Oh, she was sitting there laughing like, oh, I fell over. And then Dad and I just sat there at the top of the fucking stairs like, my dad was like, we'll just get more ingredients for more cheesecake. And then Mom was like, haha, no. And then she tried a no bake cheesecake recipe and it tasted like fucking shit. Anyway, so we're playing Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, so Phoenix Wright, I'm sorry, Apollo Justice. All right.
You know it's fucking Phoenix Wright. Apollo hasn't been in this game for 2 streams now.
No, what are you talking about? We just learned something mind-blowing about Apollo. He's the son of this magician girl that was in the
introduced
troop.
At the that was introduced in the 11th hour.
Mother, and that makes Apollo and Trucy half siblings. And man, I really hope there's not some weird Luke and Leia situation later on. That would be bad.
There is, isn't there? Ew.
No, they actually just genuinely feel like they're siblings without ever knowing it.
One game later, you see her sucking on his dick. Phoenix walks in. He's like, by the way, and that was the moment Phoenix took it down to his grave. He just had to take it. You notice how I was very careful to say 1 year later to make sure that she was of age before I fucking did that joke?
I think it might be 3 years later. Hold on, we need to verify this.
I thought she was 17.
No.
Okay, 3 years later. 3 years later.
There we go.
Fucking hell. I thought
that
was
was
17.
Maya. Maya was 17 in the first game.
This fucking franchise is pedo bait the franchise, and I fucking hate it.
It's a Japanese visual novel, my dude.
I guess I am not the target demographic.
No.
Oh yeah, of course I'm not the target demographic.
Wait.
There aren't any buff dudes making out.
So she was 40. So she had a child at 25. Okay, that's understandable.
Oh, by the way,
44,
my cousin popped out the other kid.
Oh yeah, how was that?
I was sent pictures of him, like my cousin, my male cousin, who's like a huge part of my life. He was sitting there holding the baby, and it was adorable. And my cousin who popped the kid out was holding the baby, and it was adorable. And then the father was holding it like a fucking football in one hand.
No,
and it wasn't adorable.
I was gonna.
He was holding it in one fucking hand. He had that thing tucked under his fucking armpit like it was a football. I think it was fresh out the pussy. And he was holding it like it was like he was gonna go for a touchdown. And I have photographic evidence. Like tucked under his armpit. I'm like,
Have you?
I don't know about you, but the only person I would imagine holding a baby like that is this guy in the fucking juice. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, here you go. Here's your baby back, honey. He fucking starts doing a dance. Like, what the fuck? BFG streams. We will clown on a newborn. Jesus fucking Christ. Lupus is gonna have some choice material for the start of this stream. I'm telling you. I hope he doesn't
20
use
minutes. We are good.
Yeah, AIDS. Anyways, you were right. You were reading something of the only male line you have in this game.
This strange
you can do it. I believe in you, kid.
I myself do not know where it cut. I don't know where it comes from. I'm not gonna Yoda this shit up. Yet the fact is that it is passed down the Grammary line. It runs in their veins.
Like the Force?
I asked her the same question. Thalassa.
Yeah, that's the Force.
This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others.
Like the Force.
Yes, like the Force. If she were to face a person and they became tense, even slightly, then she would mind trick their brains so fucking hard. You have no idea.
Yeah, so she's like Yoda, and Sif's like, much tension I sense in you. You are a scared little boy who has been taken from his home planet and then thrown in this creepy courtroom. You are scared and kind of tweaked out. Not Jedi material, are you? Yeah, like that.
You know, it's kind of funny. She made me do that voice in bed once, and that's how we ended up with Trucy.
Ah! Oh! Take it deeper, you will.
You know, this is the strange part of it all. You know, she wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension. Without the use of a particular object, or in her case, objects.
You mean like a condom? Hold on a second. Oh god. Objects, wait. Were they something she wore?
Yes. She did a lot of pegging.
Oh!
No, her bracelets. I mean cock rings. I mean bracelets.
If those are cock rings, then... Oh.
I have not been able to fart in 16 years.
Oh! Yeah, oh man,
Stop me! I wanna abandon bit. Help.
Oh. Maya's the same way.
Oh my god.
BFG streams! We're kind of like the Cadillac of fucking what the hell did these guys just say? By the way, I gave Lupus timestamps. I was like 20 minutes, Yoda sex, just Yoda sex. And then he's like, and then I followed up with 21 minutes. It got worse. We're not wrong. I admit the fucking first time I saw one of those, it felt like there was more to it than just fashion. But what kind of power could a bracelet have?
I've made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift! I don't know if we want to know anymore, but...
Yeah, we're good, Chief. Thanks. Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two,
Our brother and sister, yes. And the brother, too, has this power of theirs.
So Trucy has an older brother. I wonder what that'll come to.
Mr. Wright.
Some great material in the sequel.
Tonight, after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I will not see her live her life without knowing.
I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time's right. Or not at all.
To this day, he has not said a fucking word about it.
Well, then clearly the time wasn't right.
I am in your debt, once again.
No kidding. Whoa. Whoa.
You good?
Azzy, if you're watching, take one of those Iron Brew, drink half of it, and take one of the Sunkist Diet, like, orange sodas, and then pour it in, and then mix it up, and it literally just turns into a creamsicle. This is good as hell.
Yo.
Don't tell the people that make Iron Brew that I've found a way to fucking improve on their formula without doing a fucking thing. That's fucking fire, holy shit.
Now you're making me want to try this shit.
Iron Brew?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we got like a 36 pack. I'll save you and Myth a couple for when you come over.
Hell yeah.
All right. I want to know, what I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up.
Those
Iron Brew is
bracelets.
good. They just changed the formula.
Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth.
So they're temperature sensitive or something?
Yes, this is how they can shrink the exact size of their wearer's wrists.
And this has something to do with that power.
What have I told you? The Gramarye power reacts to tension in others. When the Gramarye senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute they cannot sense it on their own.
Their muscles? Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for.
With a bracelet on, one can sense these contractions. Because a bracelet is always a perfect fit.
So when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrist.
Precisely.
But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading.
I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight.
Eyesight? That sounds simple enough. I love how even Phoenix is like, this is fucking retarded.
Have you ever heard of kinetic vision?
Yeah, that was an Xbox 360 thing that you plugged into your TV and let you play really bad rhythm games, right?
No, that was Connect. You're swapping letters around and stuff.
Right. What about, is it the thing that's about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity? I think I've heard of it. Yeah, they say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focus.
Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of the face, and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it.
So basically what you're saying is a bunch of bullshit. I mean, the Gramaryes can see really well.
For them, seeing is more than believing. It is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus.
I've been around my kid long enough to know that she lacks anything even remotely like exceptional focus, but things are starting to come into a bit of focus for me, too.
Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. It sounds
Unless
like
you're
True Seas-
autistic.
Sounds like True Seas-
Wait, so if you were autistic...
How do you think I code so well? There are legit times where it feels like time slows down when I'm coding, dude. Holy shit, Kaz! Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Objection. Yeah. Say, welcome in, everyone. How y'all doing? Say, what were you playing, Kaz? Let's see, you were playing, fucking... Wait. Were you doing... I'm just trying to check.
Playing?
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Biorand.
Nice.
Is that like PS2, like PS1 Resident Evil, or is it the Cube one, or one of the other ones? Because I love me some Resident Evil, so I wanted to see which version it is.
Yeah, so
I might have to check. I might have to check their VOD.
Yeah. Biorand's the OG,
man, nice.
based on the old PC release. Oh, nice.
Oh, God.
Nice. Yo, Xeno,
So
thanks for the follow, dude.
Fun fact, I wrote a really cringe FAQ for the original game, like the original fucking PS1 Resident Evil 3 about how to trick out the mine launcher and do a bunch of weird shit with it. It's fucking stupid as hell, but it's one of the dumb things that I've done on the internet, and I don't bother deleting it.
Say, there was also, I've never played Resident Evil, but it was fun as hell watching you do the, what'd you call it, Raccoon City 72?
Yes,
where you did like 2 and 3.
Yeah, you interchange between Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 to create your own timeline of events that fits in the chronological order of the shit that goes on in Resident Evil in Raccoon City.
Also, apparently the Biorand is the old PC Source Next releases, basically freeware, so you can just grab it.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting into the place where a lot of shit becomes fucking freeware.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. There's a lot of shit out there.
Now,
So-
for those of you that don't know, we're BFG streams. We're fucking furry muscle comedy streamers that both do improv, voice acting, and play video games.
Yup.
Hopefully you guys enjoy the brain rot that we have. If not, I couldn't blame you. This one Phoenix Wright game is dry as shit.
Yes,
but
it is.
if you stick around, we are doing fucking Smasher Pass after this. So
Yeah, Pokemon Smasher Pass. So you guys
Yes.
get to find out all the dumb shit we're into. And I have found the FAQ. Uh-oh.
they
People have
already
located
know.
it. Let's see. But what if someone could tell you when to focus?
Or something. God.
Precisely.
Wait. Trucy doesn't have any bracelets.
You were talking about poker, yes? The timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking.
Oh.
I doubt Trucy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things Grammary.
Thank you, Mr. Zach.
If this boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game?
I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you of that night.
That night?
The night my mentor, Magnifi Grammary, passed from this world onto the next.
All right, see you later, Kaz.
Take care,
we're gonna
Kaz.
be beating the shit out of Monster Hunter tonight as well off stream.
Yep. And we're gonna be streaming on Saturday too, because I am so fucking hyped for new Monster Hunter. I've been wanting to play like Monster Hunter again for so long. Ah! There were 2
was
pistols and 2 letters sent. This was Magnifi's test. Also, that sound was me stimming because I am that excited for Monster Hunter. It just kind of came out. It just kind of happened.
So what you're telling me is that you actually unironically just burn up.
Yeah.
A test.
In his last years, Magnifi Grammary worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. What does that even mean? To the bread? What? But that night I could not shoot him, so I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, it seems, was a correct answer. Take this. I give my heart to you, Zach. What? It is thanks for playing along with my show. Shot well tonight, Zach. Though I would not mind dying by your hand. How could I shoot you? You're my mentor. Huh. I thought you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Then, of course, I would have given Valent his chance. And if I had shot you in the forehead instead, then it would be over. You or Valent were to shoot me in the head. Then I to the darkness would go, and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Huh. Yet this ending, too, gives me no cause for regret. Thank you, Zach. And I am sorry. I have done much that was wrong in my day. Am I getting any better at the gravelly voice? I've been practicing.
It's improving. Yeah, it is
Yay!
actually improving. Seems to me that Magnifi wanted you to be his successor all along. So that's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's.
Perhaps. But it's not something we will ever know for sure now. I wonder, what is Valen up to these days?
Waiting for you to die. 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him.
Ah.
Why was there? Did you hear that? That little boop? Or was that on my PC somewhere?
That might have been on your PC somewhere.
What the fuck?
I don't know, I didn't hear anything. Now here I am. And his dream is ended.
It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know.
What? You don't mean to tell me they put the blame for our mentor's death on him?
The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were even rumors that Valen had helped you pull it off.
But that's madness! Well, it seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform.
Hmm?
Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated, even though I'm dead?
That night, Zack Gramarye was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing before he parted.
Yo, hey, Lionor. 1 second. Welcome to the
shit,
chat and welcome to the Raiders.
We're getting raided like fucking crazy tonight.
So happy to see y'all. Welcome in. We're doing some Phoenix Wright, and after we do Phoenix Wright, we're gonna be doing Pokemon Smash or Pass.
Yep.
Yep, it's gonna be great. I'm excited for it. I legit am like trying to speed through this just so I can just talk about what Pokemon I want to fuck.
Unironically, Zeno, you're technically right. He can't be a liar if his lie became true.
Yep.
That's just being a prophet. This writing sucks.
To whom it may concern, 7 years past, I, Zack Gramarye, murdered my mentor, Magnifi Gramarye. I apologize for the trouble caused by my sudden departure from court, and hereby confess to my crime.
His confession to use as I saw fit. Of course he killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valen Gramarye.
Now to the Sunshine Coliseum.
Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valen. 7 years has it been? Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there was something I want to ask you. I've spoken to the press. I have nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. But then I realized I needed to hear it from you. I have walked a difficult road these past 7 years. Because you couldn't perform Magnifi's repertoire. Do not be deceived! Valen's skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Zack Gramarye. His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought.
Something about Valen's design just screams one-off duelist character in Yu-Gi-Oh!
It
really does. I have, all these years, I have been trying to figure out, like, what has bugged me so much about his design. That's it. That right there is the specific thing. Someone finally put it into words.
Holy shit, Dandy, we're 7 away from 700 followers. Or 6 away from 700 followers. When the fuck did that happen?
I don't know. The people just keep chiming in, and I just am like, oh, cool.
What the fucking... Thank you guys so much. My goddamn brain. I wanted to try and get us to 1,000 by the end of the year, but that's gonna probably happen a lot sooner than I thought.
Potentially. Say, I'm just sitting here like, I'm just having a good time, and if other people want to have a good time, they'll join in, and I don't know. I try not to stress too much about the numbers. Like, we already have a fuck ton of y'all.
I'm feedback oriented, so.
Yeah.
Zach Gramery murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if it were only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. For while he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zach vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of a press said. I had no idea. That very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillian distraction.
I mean, he does give off
Fuck
some
you,
pretty...
vaudeville was classic. What the fuck, dude? Don't shit on vaudeville.
I'm just gonna
piece of
say, this
shit.
dude's whole design screams vaudeville. Like, dude can't even complain.
Except for the fucking tracksuit.
Well, yeah, but aside from that, like, his whole vibe gives anyways.
And here I must stand, smiling at them all. What am I, if not a player in some fiendish farce? Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? Magnify's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get answers from you. I knew I'd be seeing these sooner or later. The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. That sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago.
All right, let's break this man.
Oh, baby.
Also, I'm gonna, you know, I keep thinking about it. Who would win? A stand user or Phoenix Wright?
A stand user?
I don't know. I feel like if Phoenix was in the JoJo world, he'd have a fighting chance.
Dandy, getting someone to confess the truth versus getting punched so hard you see the curvature of the earth.
If he had like his moveset from Marvel vs. Capcom, though,
okay, literally, I can think of off the top of my head 5 to 8 stands that would kick the shit out of him in record time. Crazy Diamond, fucking Gold Experience Requiem.
Okay, that one's cheating.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, The World, The Tower, Star Platinum, Hierophant Green, whatever the dog's fucking fart at you stand is.
The Fool.
Even my homegrown stand, the Shussie, could beat the crap out of Phoenix Wright in the JoJo.
You know, I'm not. Nope.
Don't ask.
You're not baiting me. You're not baiting me. Can't do it. Nope.
No, good. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long, hard years I have endured. Now finally the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our troop within my grasp. Sorry to do this, Valent. I'm not really sorry. But right now, I need answers, and you kinda suck. Yeah, Iron Brew tastes good, dude. Valent, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this. And what might that be? I see it bears the Grammary seal. Should have brought this to your attention sooner. But I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnify's miracles. What? Zach Gramarye? He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter? Trucy Enigmar, actually. She's officially my daughter these days. Preposterous! Zach is gone! He vanished into the void! This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to it. Ah! Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot Magnify. Yes, it was Zach. It was. And then he left. And my career as a magician fell into darkness. Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say if you could prove Zach Gramarye shot Magnify? Is that why you testified? Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out. Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnify Gramarye? I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zach Gramarye wrote one more thing before passing on. This is a confession in which he admits to the killing of Magnify Gramarye. See? All according to your plan. I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. It seems the tables have turned. Now I am the audience, believing in deceptions I have wrought upon myself. Zach wrote this right in front of me. After I explained your situation to him. Alakazam!
Way to break the tension there, Val.
You know that this confession is nothing but lies. Yeah, it's my opinion that Zach Gramarye killed no one. And you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Two received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty. That would be the logical conclusion, yes? So he vanished to protect me, his partner. A stirring tale, 'tis true. Did you shoot Magnify Gramarye in the forehead? If I had, and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Do as you will, there is nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor Magnify's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. I knew it. So Valent Gramarye did kill the great Magnify. So sorry, Mr. Wright. But it was not I who shot my mentor. What? But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there? Another disciple such as... I don't know. Back in Talent Gramarye, maybe?
And that is the pun of Zach and Valent.
Uh-huh. Your wild fancies couldn't be further from the truth.
For once, Phoenix's theory of there was a third person isn't right.
Wow.
For the first time ever.
Only Zack and Valent received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose you figured it out by now. If it wasn't Zack or Valent who shot Magnify, then it had to be the only person at the scene, which means... Wait. You don't mean... Yes. The great Magnifique Gramarye himself. So Magnifique Gramarye committed suicide. You find it hard to believe. To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. But when I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke with Magnifique Gramarye? Yes, and this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifique transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zack Gramarye, not me. I see. And I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. Huh? My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder. What? Your crime? Is Valent Gramarye confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder? You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnify's plan. He wanted to die by one of... He wanted to die by one of our hands? Your hands? Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. The demon? Let me confess. I had intended to shoot Magnify. And I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? That night, I prepared something before going to Magnify's hospital room. Which was... IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I couldn't. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came, but then Magnify called me back.
I am sorry, Valent. I am giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw that he has. Please, help him if you can.
Dick? I left the room. And then I stopped. A shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot. Magnifique Gramarye killing himself. Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of the suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints, and I used the syringe to add the IV liquid I'd brought.
Why the fuck did he bring IV liquid?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. I mean, like, he was planning on, like, killing you, but, like, why did... what? He was planning on like framing, but then like what? Did
Bad
the
writing
letter?
exists, Dandy.
Wait, no. Did the letter that they received? No, they didn't know that the IV. Well, maybe they'll explain.
So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Nagnif died, and you framed Zack for his murder. As planned, indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed? Truly? That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but... Yes. I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Valent. Thank you. It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision. You're going to turn yourself in, right? My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts. I understand. I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. And I find I was wrong. But Zack Gramarye was alive. Well, not anymore. And now it occurs to me, what if he was not the only one who survived? What do you mean? You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies. Forget this matter. I can only hope that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Zack Gramarye. Then I shall apologize for my terrible, terrible mistake. I am glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. Zack Gramarye, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer, he's no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver. And the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good. And it would involve paying a man a visit.
Time for the final one before the trial.
God, this is awful, dude.
Like I said, I can see everything they were going for. I enjoy the characters and stuff. But there's certain things I'm like,
sorry, sir. Prisoner Christophe Gavin is currently occupado. I see. Do you know when it'll be finished? Well, could you go find out? Certainly, sir. Just wait here a moment. My apologies to the guard, but there's something I need to see.
let me just examine evidence illegally real quick.
Just gonna do a sneaky sneak.
How are you going today, Ice and Dandy? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Recovering from my cat being a bastard to me all night, but I'll live. There it is, the yellow envelope. And the sender is Drew Misham. I was right. Fuck, not this guy again. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene. Well, if this is the last letter that Drew Misham wrote, then there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here it goes. Wow, that's really fucking what a high quality font we've got there in that blurry shit.
I know, right?
Let's see if this atroquinine spray finds anything. Spray the stamp, idiot.
Well, that's certainly a reaction, isn't it?
So this was Germisham's messenger of death.
It was the stamp, all right. No mistaking it.
And his last letter was sent to Christoph Gavin.
The interview
re-
request
whoops.
came like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you. So please, release the spell you've put on my daughter. I'll write later with a report. Through Michelle.
Gotcha. Finally, decisive evidence. What's this? Burglar in... Oh, wait, hold on. What's this? A burglar in jail? Gavin! I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. Could I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vera Misham hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? There are no survivors of quinine poisoning. But it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then. Right. Wait. Yeah, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry. God, I had it. Many thanks. Why didn't he keep it? It's like, sorry, no, this is evidence I'm going to use. Oh, aren't we classy? Oh, we had a fucking camera there the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Well, we've now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now it is time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter. Final trial. Find the truth. You're the only ones who can. I liked you more when you were a douchebag, Phoenix.
All right. Final finale. Finally, for real. Final. The end. Actually for real this time.
Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Vera Misham innocent or guilty? Courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? Rarely have I played a game that felt like an endurance trial, but some of these fucking Phoenix Wright games become an outright struggle to be in, like...
Something inside me. Rising. Surfacing.
Oh, baby.
Something important. Lost long ago. It's close now. So close.
October 9th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3. All right, court is now in session for the trial of Vera Misham.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution's ready to rock. Prosecutor Gavin, how's the defendant Vera Misham's condition? Acute quinine poisoning, according to our physician. She could die at any time. Thus her absence from the courtroom today.
What? I can't put her on trial without her being here. It is unusual, They should wait for her to get better and do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them. Well, that's being a little harsh. You can't delay the trial any longer. You risk having no one left to try.
Trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on.
Right. If Vera dies, the trial will be canceled. I'm not gonna let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. I'm going to get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time.
Very well, your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. As the prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done. No, because she was biting it off.
But Vera was
her
poisoned with
finger.
atroquinine. The exact same poison that took her father's life.
What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have access to the poison. Significant, since it's rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no need for further discussions. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict.
What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer.
Is that so? Then you have to prove something. She was in court giving us a testimony before us. She bit her fingernails and then a few posts later died. It was on her nails. It was on her fingers. She got it because it was not intentional. Fuck. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? I swear to God. I swear to God.
Just, they're setting it up. They're setting it up for the final act. It's all gonna be good. No, I get it.
No, I would be
get it.
so mad if I'm wrong because, like, that was so obvious to me. It was the only time she changed her animations. She bit her fingers, and then afterwards, like, this whole game has been about, like, pay attention to the micro details so you don't miss out on things. So it's like, yeah, she bit her fucking fingernails, and then she poisoned herself. Accidentally. I swear to God. Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was. Prosecution's objection is sustained. Sorry, I had a Rick Sanchez
That's a
moment.
little strange. Hey, Teddy Bird, thanks for the gift sub, dude.
I'm sorry that.
Wait,
Bert
that's a
just
tier
got us
2
sub.
gift sub. Holy shit, thank you, dude.
Ironic that it was given to Sluggo. I asked the defense to prove its claims to the court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned.
I've got 2 things to prove here. Who did it and how. Which to hit first. Let's show the how and lead into the who. That's how I always like to do this. How did the killer poison Vera Misham? I will focus first on the method used.
Any comments before we begin, Prosecutor Gavin? Not to bottle or container of the poison was found. I see.
Sorry.
So the vector of poisoning is unknown.
Sorry.
Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Misham?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Misham?
Well, you see, she was working on this painting. And we just didn't notice. And it was in the paint. And the paint splattered and got in her mouth. No one in court was looking at this, but that's how it happened. No, it was a fucking nail polish.
What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand.
Game of the Year goes to Ace Attorney for filling our ears with diarrhea shit doo-doo writing garbage. Thank you so much. You have brightened all our lives by taking a nice big fat feces right on our face. We really appreciate that. That made suffering through Concord much more bearable. Thank you.
Thanks for the
Thank
biddies,
you.
Teddy. Your Honor, I'd
We
like to
hope-
report an abuse of my ears.
And we hope you die.
Anyways. Fucking god awful fucking writing.
If you want me to abuse your ears, I could always do it this way.
Oh,
Anyways.
Jesus Christ.
You have two. There's
Say,
two.
hold up.
There's
Say-
two
save that
kinds
voice.
of ice
Save that.
wolf in me. The
Save that.
horny ice wolf that wants to talk dirty to you, and the scary ice wolf that wants to make you cringe your panties.
Say, hold on. Keep that voice contained for the smash or pass later.
Oh, gross. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Ah.
Something the
Something
matter.
Whoops. Right, I don't play you, thank God. No, nothing. Nothing at all. So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it?
As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish.
Nail polish. Nail polish.
It's like paint for nails. Do you know any women with red nails?
Oh, I don't know women. I live alone and usually masturbate to the inside covers of Sports Illustrated and Victoria's Secret.
I don't know if that's sadder or what's actually written on the screen.
I was honestly trying to make him seem less pitiful than not understanding that his wife was painting her nails.
I genuinely don't know which one is. Wow. Anyways.
That judge is a real mess, isn't he?
Hey, Hanu. Thanks for popping in, dude. Let's recall
hope you get-
yesterday's trial.
Thanks, man.
Remember when Vera was testifying to the court?
Court is now back in session and stuff.
Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails.
Her nails? Oh,
Prosecutor Gavin, when the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails?
Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once! Mr. Justice!
Yes.
Do you know who did this? Like, do you know who put the poison in the nail polish, or?
Yes.
That bottle belongs to Vera Misham.
Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this?
No, just checking.
Lying doesn't suit you, Prosecutor Gavin.
Mr. Justice, you're about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish? Please dispense with the chatter. You realize the weight of this accusation. Here, let me show you.
Understood, Your Honor. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time.
Oh, then let us ask. You poisoned Vera Misham via her nail polish. Vera Misham did. Oh, wait, no, was it Christoph? Oh. Wait, what's this? Christoph Gavin? It's your game. My brother, there's no way he could do a thing like that. You should know better than anyone else. Indeed. He is behind bars.
I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did.
What?
Ask yourselves when he put the poison in the bottle. It could have been yesterday. It could have been a month ago. Maybe it was a year ago. Or perhaps it was 7 years ago.
But Christoph Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. It's simply inconceivable.
Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all.
Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there is a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness. Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. A darkness that has swallowed even myself. Okay. The defense's wish is granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. All right, bailiff, let's see if Ice Wolf can do 2 bad German accents at once. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison.
The Clavier could possibly be a baddie. It's up to you to decide.
Ah, Your Honor, how nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? It was a pleasure of your company. It's not every day I'm summoned away from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never.
I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin.
Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself.
Oh, why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss? Damn it, I was being so cool, too. Stiff upper lip, Apollo! You can do it! Does this bottle look familiar?
Are you doing a nail polish? Ah, yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear.
She's not dead yet!
Shut up, she'll be stone dead in a moment. Sorry, British humor. And was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? I admit I expect for her taste in nail polish.
Her taste indeed. This nail polish was how Vera Mission was poisoned.
At a quinine, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin. Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Maybe you can explain this. You're being accused again by him again. And? Do you agree with his accusation, do you? All right, let's hold a proper trial, shall we?
Also, thanks for the gift sub, Teddy. And Hanu,
thanks,
this
Ted.
is the 4th case. This is the final case in this game.
As the Vegan, don't worry about my voice. I'm a voice actor. This is what I do.
Yeah. He's fine. We're fine.
It's the bad writing that hurts me. Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin.
Doesn't it seem a little far-fetched to accuse him unless the nail polish is one of a kind? Shh. Don't worry about it.
You are suspected of poisoning the defendant, Vera Misham. Please testify on this matter to the court.
It's a pricey nail polish. Like, it's like designer nail polish. Which,
yeah.
like, that's the thread of logic.
Owning the same nail polish does not the murderer make.
No, fuck you. This is Phoenix Wright. You're the murderer. Fuck off.
I have been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, thus meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds she poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father as well. Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know the Mishams. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination.
I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. But I know he poisoned the Mishams. Question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention why. Well, he's tense about something.
They really do fucking save budget on having almost the same character used twice, don't they?
Yeah.
Let's take a look here. Use your Sharingan.
Look at those eyes.
Jesus, that is an evil man. Ooh. Wait, he's got a scar. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, that's a bit interesting. Boy, I didn't know it was possible to have a creepy death bulge on the back of your hand when you lie. Getting a little... Boy, we're playing a little heavy-handed now, aren't we, Phoenix?
By the way, I'm just gonna mention this tiny little detail for anyone who has played Ace Attorney 5. Please note that he has a scar on the back of his right hand.
Okay.
This is a very important detail for something I will rant about at the end of Ace Attorney 5 whenever we get around to playing that.
Gotcha! Okie dokie.
It was you who killed Drew Misham.
A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright.
Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father too, your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news.
And let's assume, for the sake of argument, that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Misham fond of nail polish too?
Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth.
Ah. Then I must be very talented indeed. You see, Drew Misham was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is.
But you found a way all the same. And I found it too. Ooh. This is how you poison Mr. Misham.
My.
Wait,
And here I thought you'd come so far.
huh? Wait, what?
Oh, did you get it wrong?
I actually got it wrong. What do you mean it
Okay.
wasn't? Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Grab that walkthrough.
Okay, Ace Attorney, I understand what you want from me now. Oh my god. Ow. Relax, Justice, I've come this far, I must know the answer. It's just the game didn't want to do it in the... You know, here's the letter with the stamp on it, but I have to present the stamp itself.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. Atroquinine was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin.
So I am to understand this stamp was a murder weapon.
Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, this stamp was found in your prison cell.
Damn, alright. Hit that bitch so hard he went into a flashback.
That is all, Your Honor.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Alright, order in the court. Poison on the back of that stamp.
After Drew Misham was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. Phoenix Wright. Daddy? That's when he found the stamp.
Honey, you shouldn't perk up to say nah, Dandy. I hate to tell you, man, but you shouldn't perk up and say "Daddy" that excited ever.
I was reading what the game gave me. You can't blame me.
No, you can fully be blamed for the excitement that came out of you when you went, "Daddy?" Like that's.
You made Drew Misham write you a letter. That's how you killed him.
What? My. You've upset my poor buzzer to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need to do is call witness Spot Brush's testimony.
Oh, well, that's the thing. See, after he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there such in his desk drawer for something. And I was asking, like, his desk drawer. And he was like, yes, the so-called postage stamp, end quote.
He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, we had no intention of using this stamp.
What are you getting at?
What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in a frame. Also, why is it that he keeps making the same fucking face that Francesca von Karma makes?
German?
Professional Twitch streamer Daniel Bandicoot asserts that all Germans make the same facial expressions.
Hey, Lupus, if you're watching, do you make these facial expressions?
No, it's very specifically one face. It's the one that she makes when she's like... Hold on. Let's see if I can
Is it like her smug face when she has her hand extended?
No, it's... Hold on.
Or is it the finger wag one?
I'm gonna clip... I'm gonna do it.
Or is it like when she whips the desk and like holds it and she's like glaring?
Okay. So take a look at this.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you mean.
It was mere coincidence that he used it that night. We'll see if like he does that face.
Yeah,
about,
if he does.
Yeah.
If he does that again, and we'll put, is it the 4-1 with her hand on her hip? Yes. And if he does that look again, I'll put it up on screen.
Yeah. That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence. He does have a point. How would his witnesses know the victim is going to use that stamp? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder.
What?
Very Claudia. You should be seeing through the weak spine bluffs by now. That face.
Oh, god damn it.
Ugh.
He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Misham would use that stamp that night? Least of all, Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell.
Well, seems that the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called. The defense's bluff. I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Xavier. Honestly, I wanted to believe you. But the defense was trying to get away with a bluff. You were, Christoph. Oh, sibling rivalry. What are you saying, Prosecutor Gavin? Forehead. What was your accusation again?
Huh? It was that...
This poison stamp killed Drew Misham, ja? To which my brother was responded thusly. There was no way when Misham would use the stamp. Yeah, that's right, which is why it couldn't have been planned. Tell me, it needs to be planned? Why? Why couldn't it have been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Drew Misham died by a stamp, that's all.
Coincidence.
Christoph, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, then what is it? What are you up to, Clavier? I could ask you the same question, Christoph. I silence the defense with the fewest words possible. It is called German efficiency. But Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well. I shall take his claim head on then. That's the face, right there. Put it up.
Getting it. Yeah, that's very similar.
Why do all Germans
is
make
that
that
smirk.
same fucking face?
It's malevolent confidence, yup. And now I have to know if Lupus makes that face.
I'm gonna draw Lupus making that face. Yeah, Azzy has made that face numerous times.
It's just that confident smirk, the looking down the glasses, like,
Very well, I shall take his claim head on. Justice.
What?
You accuse me of Drew Misham's murder, yes? Then allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to kill a painter?
Apollo, motive! He's talking about a motive!
Indeed. It's hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter.
Now here's something. Why didn't he bring up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose. So, what does it mean? It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive.
A motive for murder. This is a vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider when making your statement. I'd say it's about this vital.
That's pretty vital.
Well, Mr. Justice,
I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present my evidence.
well then, let's see what you have for us. What reason did Christoph Gavin have for wanting to murder Drew Misham? Maybe you should use that there walkthrough.
Christoph Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place.
And why was that?
Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence.
I've seen that before. Page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnifique Grammary's diary. Ah, when attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge. Yes. This was the evidence he presented to his loss.
This evidence is a fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request the forgery to be made? That was never proven.
The defense attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright. Who, other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it? And why would they?
Just out of curiosity, do you remember this letter? This is the first page. And this is the second.
Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Misham by the client who requested that forgery.
The enclosed stamp was none other than the poison commemorative stamp. Drew Misham drew his last breath just the other day. However, The motive for his murder was already 7 years old.
7 years old?
The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery.
To keep them from talking.
But he made a mistake.
The stamp was a picture of my favorite magician, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much.
Or something to that effect. Anyways, the killer's time bomb was delayed. The poison stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years.
A forehead. Do you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp. And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright.
Sorry, but that's not how this is gonna go down.
Oh? Then how will it go down?
I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began.
Oh, old boy. Here.
What's this?
I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
And one more thing. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly.
I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday.
I understand I am asking the impossible of you.
Yeah, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. Well, all we did was play cards.
And that was enough. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery.
The day before?
Now here's a question. Just who was Shady Enigmar's previous defense attorney?
No. This can't all be.
But it is all true. There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Christoph Gavin.
All right, order! Order! What is the meaning of this? Witness, I mean, defendant, former lawyer! Let me begin by denying this.
Shut the fuck up and sit down. It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin.
And impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim? That would be difficult. I'm afraid this is the line of inquiry that won't yield. Forehead. Are you sure you don't have evidence?
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy.
Evidence. Evidence that shows this man, Christoph Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Clavier. Just prove it. Clear up these doubts now. I swear I'm off this case.
He must have thought of some evidence, Apollo. Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. Darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him. And proof is the only way I can. What proves Christoph Gavin's link to Drew Misham?
Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Misham 7 years ago. Prove it.
It can be proven.
Simply ridiculous. 5 and discuss it. This evidence does not... Are you telling me the truth, Apollo Justice?
I am.
Then I say we give him the benefit of the doubt.
Very well, but if you're wrong about this, be prepared for a penalty.
Your Honor, you do the defense an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion?
Oh.
I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Oh, Mr. Justice.
Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Christoph Gavin to Drew Misham. And I have something that clearly does the job.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Present your evidence. Show us the link between our witness and Drew Misham.
It's my attorney's No. Double checking. Yes. Double check. This evidence proves there's a link.
That scrap of paper. I'm afraid I can't let you submit that.
Is there some problem?
There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't.
Huh? Hey, that's Daddy's handwriting.
Mr. Wright's handwriting. What is the meaning of this?
Ah, I see now. Yes, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell, except I wasn't there.
Phoenix Wright.
When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail.
Mail? You mean this letter was at your cell?
No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has yet to be cured of his bad forging habit.
Well, if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible.
This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter.
Reproduction?
When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera.
What?
Ooh, he's coming apart.
Yeah, he is.
Ooh. He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin, and the contents of your personal mail. Don't worry about that's a crime or anything, it's fine.
Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Prosecutor Gavin?
As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at this moment. Your Honor, your decision, please.
The defense's claim is denied.
What?
Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please remove the defense's evidence from the record.
Better luck next time, Justice.
Am I making him greasy and creepy enough?
Yeah, 1000%.
Well, we've certainly taken our detour from our cross-examination. But the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point.
Apollo, do something! I'm thinking! But without evidence, I don't have anything I can use on him.
Well, very well. This ends the special witness's cross-examination. The show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. Only now do I understand why. Prosecutor Gavin? Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years. And I'm tired as a whole useful angst scene. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Christoph? Clavier, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clavier.
Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin. Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember. What's really important to you?
You amuse me, Herr Forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me, even if I tried. In fact, I haven't. Not even once. 7 years ago, in my Squaw Leonhardt phase, finally, you just couldn't resist, could you, Airlight? Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness. State your name and occupation for the record.
I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the videos several times.
Didn't you find anything unnatural about it? Unnatural?
Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence, and the next moment you call in Drew Misham. It was almost as if...
Almost as if what? Come on, say the words right. I know you... Apollo Justice, I know you know them.
funny. It didn't even occur to me to wonder. And now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence.
Correct. I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with a forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavier. I knew because you told me, Christoph.
What? What?
It was the night before the trial. Clavier. Christoph, on seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before a trial? I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you in your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. Information? The attorney who will be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen. I want you to call in a special witness. Then... I wondered about it at the time. How did Christoph know so much?
Prosecutor Gavin.
Christoph? We were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserve that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all of your research on the case.
The victim's belongings? Which would have included McAfee's diary, wouldn't it?
You slimy. Mr. Gavin? My, Clavier. You disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss a forest.
You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin.
You can't sweep this under the rug, not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind the trial. Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing.
Apollo? I think we're finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. Hope it's enough.
7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Gramery.
2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. Enough! You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go.
To be honest, I don't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost a game of poker. I can come to no other conclusion.
Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete.
Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching a man behind the cards. Christoph Gavin.
I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright. A second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs. He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man. He deserved to die for that error alone.
Hold it! So the one who requested that forgery was...
Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these 2 men shamed me, and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Gramery both deserved what they got.
So you asked Mr. Mitchum to forge that evidence. So you could win. But then, when you were dismissed as Zach Gramery's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap.
You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. Incredible! If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin? Perfectly. You're mad, Christoph. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did that trial end? Cancelled when the defendant vanished. Ah, I get it. So, Christoph, you've been living in fear for 7 years. What?
You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance, so you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years.
You know, I've always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said every day for 7 years. But I felt it too. Journalist, sure he is being watched. End quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? Wait just a second. Zach Gramery was seen by this reporter? How was that possible? Was he alive after being gone for 7 years?
Finally. I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast. this has been nothing. Zach Gramery has gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father. What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him! Right. Leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Christoph Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler.
I remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic.
The details don't really matter right now. What matters is that traveler was Zach Gramery.
What is it, Apollo?
Huh? Keep going! We'll talk about it later. Did she already know?
Someone please explain this before I have to pop a nanny. Mr. Justice, can you please explain?
It all started 7 years ago.
I want to coin the term pop a nanny. I'm sorry.
I love it. I genuinely fucking love it. The great magician Magnifi Gramery's death started it. Magnifi Gramery's death and his student Zach Gramery the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Christoph Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence.
Drew Misham?
Actually, it was his daughter, Vera, who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin?
Precautions? To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble.
That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers.
Atraquinine. Applied to a commemorative stamp.
But luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off.
His daughter. She saved him by taking the stamp, I see.
But that wasn't the only bomb he set up.
The Ariadone nail polish, of course.
You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Misham is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails.
Fucking called it.
Ah.
That nail polish was her good luck charm.
She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
That person gave me a good luck charm. When I absolutely had to go outside, it protects me.
Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client, the one who wanted that note made.
It was his insurance.
Insurance.
As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside?
If she got into any trouble, she'd become nervous. And the nail polish would do the rest.
His time bomb sat there for 7 years. And then they went off almost simultaneously.
If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time.
Mr. Gavin, have you heard a single thing we've said?
Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction.
What?
Clavier, surely you will understand. And we're back to the evidence, the lacking evidence. Nothing proves a link between him and the Atraquinines that took Drew Misham's life.
What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Gramery to keep him from talking.
I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again if you'd like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive.
Hold on a second, I'm going to use the bathroom. Sorry for the awkward timing.
Hi, chat. Yeah, the nail polish was in his cell because he buys that brand regularly, and so it was there. And yeah, no, we're gonna finish him off as soon as Ice gets back. Oh God, that was wording. Also, thank you for everyone that's sticking around and watching this slow train wreck. It's actually fun to voice act, and I am putting so much emotion into Apollo's voice because, like, even as dumb as this is, it's still fun. Yeah, the nail polish was in his cell, but it wasn't like the poison one. Yeah, that was in that was in the studio. Well, it was with Vera, but hey, welcome back, Zippy. Ice is AFK right now. Is Mirrors the bro Gavin seem more diabolical than he lets on? Oh, I'm just gonna say, anyone who has played Ace Attorney 5, again, it was revealed that Kristoff has two key things. Number one, the scar on the back of his right hand. It is very important that it is on the back of his right hand. And number two, for those that were here last week, Kristoff has black psyche locks. And they popped up when he was questioned about his motive for killing Shady Smith. Now, those psyche locks were never broken. But we are going to see in Ace Attorney 5's spoiler alert, black psyche locks come back,
All right, I'm back.
and their secrets revealed. So
Sorry
Ace
about
Attorney
that.
5.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. I was just telling the chat of Ace Attorney 5 and I didn't go into details, but the two things that Kristoff has that are going to become relevant again in Ace Attorney 5 was, I already mentioned the scar, but also the fact that he had black psyche locks, which we never broke, by the way. So
Hey, Danny.
those, yeah.
Let's keep going.
Okay. What's the difference between the black and red psyche locks? Black ones can't be broken. That's all you know for now. We'll get to that in Ace Attorney 5. Okay, then why did you kill him?
I plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Misham, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial has been finished for 6 months now.
I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. This court concurs with the witness. It is defendant Vera Misham who is on trial here.
No! But you were doing so well, Apollo!
As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this court of inquiry cannot find Vera Misham innocent.
Your Honor! Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence.
You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Misham to bite her nails?
What?
It wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you.
What?
Alright, that's a jump in logic. Evidence is everything. There's nothing more.
I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion.
Your Honor!
Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well.
However, without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately, yes, Christoph, you're right. That is, you would have been right until now. What? Did the news not reach your desk in solidarity? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is a trial case for a new judicial system.
That's right! Oh, I'd totally forgotten. The jurist system.
Jurist, you say? The current judicial system. Sorry. The current. Has anyone ever noticed it's really hard to say the judicial system without sounding like you're drunk?
Yeah.
It's the judicial system.
It's
the judicial system. It's been officially deemed too closed off from society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into law. Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of a joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this? Entrusting our judicial system to a mind... Fuck, that is hard. Entrusting them to a mindless, emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers. Common citizens have something called common sense. Bullshit! Ha! If common sense was common, then we'd be okay. But common sense is not very common anymore, Mr. Judge. Dumb bitch. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Nonsense! There's only room for two in this court. Me and the law! Keep the riffraff out! Out, I say!
They're not in the court, actually. They're watching everything by video camera.
Yeah, those guys that are up there to the left and to the right are actually dummies.
They're just the audience.
They're just wooden
Also,
mannequins that...
I'm just front-facing Clavier from this looks
yeah, no.
I don't like it. Like
no,
Apollo and Trucy are fine, but like
I don't. No, front-facing Clavier is staring into my goddamn soul.
yeah, that I don't like that. That unnerves me in a lot of ways. You know, I'm gonna click
just
forward
imagine
now.
You just imagine the camera zooming into him, and you just hear breathing starting to intensify.
Just like slowly, and it's just like.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere, everybody's silence is just broken by. Oh shit!
Hey, Lupus, get on that. Thanks, buddy.
Lazy bitch.
Oh, fuck.
How can you allow this?
Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright? So, everything was leading to this. Of course. Right. 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 Right! I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court. Law. The law is everything. Law is absolute. You let ignorant swine soil your courts?
Christoph, it's over.
Clavier! The law is absolute. You can't be serious. What?
Odd, I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions.
The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge. Like a gem polished to a gleam through trials and errors. This is the fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. And it is always changing, growing. Nurturing it is our task as human beings. Well, that seems like a moment of clarity that we weren't expecting. Except for you, Christoph. You aren't changing, you stopped. You're not needed anymore.
I couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday I'll know what law is, and I'll fight to change it if I have to. Damn it, I couldn't even have a cool final. Damn it.
I see no need to continue with this trial. This began as the trial of Vera Misham, accused of murdering her father. The painter Drew Misham. However, several other incidents were reviewed, and we seem to have reached a conclusion.
Thanks for the biddies, Teddy. That is the biggest bunch of BS I've heard. The law can also be twisted by corrupted vigils. You are correct. However, this game takes a very optimistic view of things. And, how to put it?
I think I sold that breakdown pretty fucking good, honestly.
You very much did. You also blew some people's eardrums. I feel like we're gonna have to pay some insurance premiums for people. Don't
What are
sue
you
us.
talking about? I thought you had a fucking muffler on me to stop that from happening.
I do. I think you went above and beyond. Which is incredible because I can see when you did it, I was seeing the audio. It was capped. But then you hit a limit break. So yeah.
Kind of feel awesome about myself then. All right, keep going.
Yeah, I already read that. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision, jurists of the court. For the death of Drew Misham, and how do you find the defendant, Vera Misham? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter. You have to figure out the conclusion via DLC.
Can't wait to see the jurist mechanic be brought back in Ace Attorney 5. No. They abandoned the shit out of it after this. It does appear again in the Great Ace Attorney, though.
What do you mean I can go Super Saiyan 3? I still have my eyebrows. The thing is, I could have kept that scream going, but I got self-conscious halfway through and stopped early.
Oh.
Because I was like, I was going to intensify the volume and force of it even more when I stopped, but I was like, no, if I do that, people are going to like click off the stream and hate me or something. So I stopped and I ended it early.
Meanwhile,
so
me
just
with
to let you know, I could have gone full force and done that whole thing.
Meanwhile, me over here with Talia Hawthorne's breakdown where I just fucking let loose. Oh.
Yeah, it's because that's the thing. As he always comes in and is like, we have neighbors. And I was like,
Also, this is your line.
This ends the trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be detected. Defendant Vera Misham is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison the father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Misham's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she is innocent. Panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all.
Please, wait.
Yeah, jurist number 6?
There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists.
That is correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case.
With the development of the case? I see.
Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make your decision in the case against Vera Mission. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely, judge well. And this is the last time we will see Scruffy Badass Phoenix.
So, I may have used the wrong voice. Because...
Lol. That's the mother. Yep, I thought so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so
a verdict. Oh, well,
What,
all right.
is
Go for
this
it, Daniel,
Phoenix or
Daniel.
Apollo? I think this
I
might
can't
be Apollo.
tell. Go with Apollo. We'll say it's Apollo.
And so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. The first verdict under the jurist system. Innocent by unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any ever heard before or since. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. October 10th, 8:30 a.m., the morning after the trial. In an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Misham opened her eyes.
And she has enough CDs to keep her busy for the rest of her natural life.
Vera! I'm so glad.
Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too and proud. You did well, Apollo. And I thought about what if Vera...
Hey now, don't you start crying too! Sorry you had to see us like this. Vera?
Thank you so much. Apollo, thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails and...
No. I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that. Clinging to my good luck charm.
Vera.
When I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world. To see things with your own eyes.
Well, it looks like that poison had some kind of effect after all. It killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life.
I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future.
I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you. No, really. It's okay. I mean...
Oh, look, it's me! I love it! Thank you!
Is that... me?
She really captured your essence, Apollo.
Well, I think so at least.
That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is?
The other lawyer?
Oh, you mean Daddy! Except he's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, no. That's not what I meant. I mean, no, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that.
He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier.
Oh, you mean that stack of videos? Mr. Wright finished watching them all?
And no, I knew my real daddy was alive.
Huh?
I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom.
You did what? How?
I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away.
We may not meet again for some time, Trucy. But know this, I will be watching, and one day, I shall return. You're the next Grand Marie, after all.
Oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he? It's okay. Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano.
That he can't.
Oh, and I've got you too, even if your voice is kind of loud sometimes.
Glad I made your list.
Hey, come to think of it, where is Daddy, the one who can't play? Do you know, Apollo?
I think he said he had to meet someone.
I wonder. Maybe it's a new mommy.
Ah.
Oh, Trucy? Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not been knighted. Yet. Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat.
Oh, hold on. Fuck. I clicked away for a second. Objection! Ahem!
Not loud enough. And I like Miss Magic underwear better anyway.
That's magic panties, Apollo.
Damn.
Also,
all
thanks
right.
for the biddies, Teddy. Very kind of you.
So, your memory is returned. Whose voice is that?
Metal Gear.
Mr. Wright, was this all a part of your plan, too? I don't know what you're talking about. When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Lamawar. But you knew my true identity, didn't you? That's why you chose me as one of your jurists. You're thinking into it too much. Besides, there is no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy. Of course, it's a happy thing. For so long, I thought I was alone. But now I know I have children. 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This, too, I think, is thanks to you. You gonna tell them? They don't know. Nope. They don't know they don't know their mother. They don't even know their fucking siblings. I'll go to them when the time is right. Until then, don't worry. I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me, too. A little annoying at times, but still. I had to keep an eye on her, at least. Because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Your bracelet. Yeah. I've seen a lot of mysterious things in the past 7 years. But your bracelets were the strangest of all. I remember meeting him half a year ago in Christoph Gavin's office. And then I met you. 2 fates destined to intertwine, and I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that.
I was like, welcome to the chat, Spooky. Yeah, Daddy Phoenix. This is the only time he looks this good.
Such a small thing, that bullet. Yet it tore who I was away. "10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died. But I didn't survive that accident. That's why I left the troupe, my family. Now my memory was returned. I'm myself once more.
For the first time, I'm glad to be alive, Mr. Wright. Well, speaking of miracles, Vera Misham regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are. It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken. Sometimes a life is spared. Well, I mean, for someone who's been shot in the voice box, you recovered pretty decently. I mean, or kind of, at least. You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easy, really. As long as they got something worth living for. Well, fuck, if that's the case, they'll be immortal.
And that's pretty much the end of my story. For now, anyway. I've still got a long way to go, and this power of mine, well, needs some work. But there's hope now. We'd lost it, but somehow we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep at this lawyer thing for a while. Oops, training time. Gotta go. Cords of steel. Here comes justice. Oh, that was your story, Apollo, right?
I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't you worry about Troop Grammary. Trucy's on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy.
Trucy Grammary, frankly, I got my doubts, but Mr. Hat Grammary, now that'll pack 'em seats.
Thanks for the biddies, Teddy.
Oh, thank God we finally got through it all.
Yeah.
It's not every day you get a child that works hard as in one of our gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. The Gaviniers are breaking up. The news goes on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. You're the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session.
I love how I know the next game and, wow.
Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted and I've got time on my hands, maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam again.
We don't get more Gavin? No, he comes back. He pops in a little bit. So, I was standing around eating snack poos the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You could augment the crunch, or better
That's
yet,
a
make them
dick.
ding.
That is a fucking cock right on that
power
screen.
of
That
science.
is a big fat black dick right in that frame. Bull fucking horseshit, lady. They stuck a fucking penis into the goddamn credits. Lupus, fucking back that shit up. There was a ding dong in that bag of ding dong she was eating on. Bullshit. God fucking damn it. I knew she was fucking weird.
Hold on. In unlikely event you are wanting Russian feast, come to Borscht Bowl Club. The only thing colder than restaurant is borscht. Ah, but if greater challenge is being required. Oh God, I forget. I think, never mind, it doesn't matter. I think you switched to doing her voice like that, like, Joyzy kind of like accent.
I don't remember. Seeing you bumble, it was worth it, honestly.
I love that Phoenix was petty for 7 years. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
this bitch. I love her.
I honestly don't even remember what fucking voice I gave her. I'm just, dude, I'm so checked out of this fucking game, it's not even funny.
This is how we write root, capiche?
But yeah, fucking, this game was goddamn. They were like, I loved the middle of it when it was dealing with the Kataki family and shit like that.
They were great.
That was good. That was great. Fucking, I loved so much of this when it was just them.
But then we got the wonky bullshit at the end, and oh god.
Say it was like the fucking concert, which was a little weird.
They were trying so hard to set up Chekhov's gun.
Oh yeah, this
way
dude.
early, and like the Chekhov's gun did not Chekhov very good. Fucking, I don't know.
Yo, he made the OG cracker.
Oh god. What did you think of the art of the characters in this one as compared to other Ace Attorney games?
They feel way more outlandish than the previous trilogy, in my opinion.
Like, yeah, a guy who's got fucking noodles for hair. Fucking...
Like they only get even crazier from here, though. Like,
yeah,
they
but they're
go
3D
off the
they're
wall.
3D model. They're 3D models, so they're consistent.
You'd think that.
But they're 3D models, so they're consistent. They do all the dumb, weird perspective shit. Right?
You'll see. Oh god, the panty sniffer. I forgot about him.
Oh god, and his eyes that go all the... Actually, no, this game did have a lot of really cursed looking characters.
Yup.
That guy who's got the eyes that go all the way off the side of his head, and then they've got the fucking horrible, goofy sounding head.
Oh, his name is
guy.
Wesley Sicko now. Curiosity is a sickness. I'm the cure. No, stop it. What the fuck is going on with that grandma? She really wanted to get into the park. She always walked through the park on her way home, and she was going to make sure she was walking through that park.
Are we gonna have enough time for Smash or Pass?
I mean, we can make time for it.
All right, well let's fuck this dumb bullshit then.
No,
Let's
no,
get
no,
going.
no. There's, I think,
Is there?
I'm thinking there is a little something that's revealed. There she is.
Aww. That's nice that she doesn't look like a fucked up mess anymore. Oh my god. I'm really feeling that clavier scream now though. Like,
Kristoff screen. Yeah.
yeah, sorry.
But yeah.
Christoph.
Thalassa's got a new lease on life. She's gonna continue touring as Lamawar though. And just say fuck it to her kids, but also here's this.
Yeah, I'm not.
Creature.
Look at me not voice that.
Yep.
Look at that.
He's like in the jail cell for some reason.
That's because I finally got put inside the jail where I fucking belong. Creepy looking guy jailed up with the rest of the pedos.
He belongs in jail.
There
His
she
design
is.
his design is a crime. Ah, Ray
Oh, look,
Ayanami. Nice
she
to see you
decided to
back.
keep painting.
Oh, she managed to do another blowfish.
Originals only.
She posts on
The
E621
door is
now.
open. The world is waiting. Aww. She's living her best life.
You know what's kind of funny?
What?
Apollo Justice has been very much covered up by everybody else.
There he is. Look at that.
I wonder what part of her body she stuffs that wooden puppet up.
Don't think about it.
It's just kind of like coming from somewhere. Does it come out wet or smelly?
There
Like,
we go.
Congrats, you've unlocked a bunch of extra shit you won't look at.
I might look at it.
Why does the... Hey, look, it's Phoenix Wright. Sir not appearing in this game. Okay.
And now we're gonna dive right into Ace Attorney 5. No, we aren't. But also, there's my girl Athena. They have like proper anime cutscenes.
What the fuck? That's awesome.
That just here's a little preview. Also, thanks for the follow, Magical Fury. And there's Phoenix back in the courtroom. And here's Apollo after he has absolutely destroyed the courtroom because he threw a hissy fit.
What? Why
What?
does he look badass now?
As you do not say that phrase around me, I will end you. But yeah, so that's a little preview of Dual Destinies.
Dark side of the law.
I hate that phrase. You know what? Actually, if you love that phrase so much, take a shot every time it's mentioned in Ace Attorney 5.
Do you want me to?
No, God, no. I want you to live. Don't say the end justifies the means either. I swear to God, I will fucking lose. You know what? Hold on. We're just gonna... Give me a sec. Let us switch out of these clothes real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hi. Give me a sec here, because I need to set some stuff up. But to the people watching the VOD, thanks for chilling out. Thanks for watching the finale of Ace Attorney. We're gonna be doing some Pokemon Smash or Pass now. So I'm gonna stop the recording, and then we'll see the people on the VOD in a second. Y'all have a lovely day.